Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. Really appreciate you taking out time to check out this video. Do the things that it says, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it, so thank you in advance. But let's get into it. So we're talking about Batman again. And we're talking about one of my favorite periods and versions of Batman. That is the animated series. And of course, they made a game based on the animated series, and it was fantastic. So I want to show it to you today. So let's take a look at the adventures of Batman and Robin. Now, the game is based on the animated series, which is an all-time classic, one of my favorite versions of Batman. And the game basically puts you into almost like episodes of the show. So you start off with Joker, and then you go through all the other different Batman villains, and it's just a really great game. It's a well-designed game. All of the levels are, colorful, but also has that grittiness like the animated series had. But it's also very hard. Like, this is not an easy game. And I remember I had this game, and just one, it doesn't have the most complicated password system, so you could password it up. But, at the same time, what you want to do. You want to run through like Batman, so you want to start the game and just run through all the episodes. And let me tell you, good luck with all of that. But it's a very great representation of taking an existing thing and translate it into the video game form, and it working out great. Sometimes that doesn't happen, and we see it with a lot of the licensed games. But this game really stands out as being just a really great experience. You feel like Batman, but you also feel the danger because, there's so many things trying to kill you at all times. And, they can. If you're slipping, they will get you. And as you're going to see from a lot of this footage, I was getting cooked, okay? Also, one of the things, and this is, a testament to the show itself, the music in this game, you gotta play this game. You gotta hear it. Like, it has one of the best like SNES soundtracks, and that's not something that we talk about as much, especially with older games, because now the sounds are just so more elaborate and fleshed out, and the investment into the sound side of the game has definitely increased over the years. But every once in a while we got like a non-Square, non-Nintendo game that had beautiful music, and this is one of them. Again, everything about this visually, audio-wise, gameplay-wise captures the show, and this is one of my favorite shows. This is, the best Batman show that I've ever seen, and it has stood the test of time. And a lot of the other Batman shows are great, but this is the one, right? So, wanted to show you this. Wanted to also show you how cheap the Joker is. Because this is one of those games where, yes, you have a life bar, but at the same time, if you get knocked off of things, then you die, right? Fall into a hole, you die. Then you see, as you go into like Poison Ivy stage, for example, like, you can't actually, hurt people who are under the control of one of the supervillains. So, you can't knock out these people like you did the Joker's henchmen. You have to disable them, and sometimes that could be tough. And the game is not going to tell you where to go, what to do. It's just going to start you off, and good luck. You do have continues, which I always thought was cool, because a lot of games back then did not have continues. But it's also a game you have to remember. So, you see me struggling. It's because I didn't remember exactly what I was supposed to do. And I'm not the type that, looks up the walkthroughs just for any other game that I've already played. I try to see if I can bring back that feeling. So, it's not a game to be taken lightly. Like, they are out here trying to get Batman out of the paint as quickly as possible. And, of course, the villains don't play fair. If they did, this wouldn't be Batman, right? They always try to use the fact that, Batman does have a certain level of ethics here. But also, Batman got them hands. So, you get an opportunity after dealing with each of the villains, whatever elaborate schemes they have, you get a chance to give them the hands in true Batman fashion. So I always enjoyed this game. It's like I said, it's not the most groundbreaking game like when the Arkham series and everything like that came out, but it's definitely a game I feel like deserves to get its shine for being one of the early superhero adaptations that I felt like closely captured what we were enjoying, at least from the cartoon standpoint. Unfortunately, I'm not the biggest comic reader, so I don't know all of the things that the show did that was not in the comics or took liberties with. But I'm just telling you, as a person who grew up in the 90s enjoying this show so much, that this game was one of my favorite games to play just based on that. Now, it's not, like top 10 games of all time or anything like that. But if you're a fan of Batman, and this is what this is about, talking about Batman, you should definitely figure out a way to play this game. Good luck trying to find it. I only remember this game at like besides the copy that I got from Funko Land, didn't see it a lot in the wild. So, good luck. Also, the game, again, is called The Adventures of Batman and Robin, not Batman the Animated Series, not The Adventures of Batman, because every time I tried to look up Batman the Animated Series, the game, nothing came up. And I was like, I know I had this game. But yeah, wanted to show you this. Hopefully you are a fan of Batman. If not, I understand. Everybody has their own taste in superheroes, or just heroes, as some people like to call him. But I definitely invite you to play it if you are a fan of Batman. If you enjoyed the animated series, and also if you want a trip down memory lane, because this is a very nostalgic game. At least for me it is. As always, appreciate you watching the video. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.